On the orchard path where the apples fall slowly, gravity seems to bend. Each fruit takes nearly 3 times longer to hit the ground than physics predicts. Tonight, let this be the last thing your mind has to hold. The orchard path where the apples fall slowly. You don't have to understand it yet. You only have to walk it, one soft step at a time. Somewhere past the edge of the waking world, there is a long row of old apple trees, and the fruit there comes loose the way a thought comes loose right before sleep. Slowly, without hurry, without weight. Sleep researchers notice this first in lucid dreams, that falling apples, drifting leaves, even rain against a window, all descend far slower than they ever could out here in the waking day. And they found a reason for it so gentle, it feels like permission being handed to you. Tonight, that reason will unfold one branch at a time. So let your shoulders come down from around your ears. Let the pillow take the whole weight of your head. There is nothing to solve here. Only a quiet orchard in the blue evening, waiting, and one ripe apple already beginning to fall. Feel the room around you soften. The walls step back into shadow, losing their corners. The last light in the house lowers itself like a hand set gently down on a table. Breathe in, slow, and let the breath go again without pushing it anywhere. That long, easy exhale is your first real step onto the path. Under your feet now, imagine soil packed smooth by 100 years of quiet walking. Cool earth, a little damp from the evening dew. Long grass leaning against your ankles as you pass. The orchard stretches ahead of you in the blue hour, that hushed stretch of dusk when color drains slowly out of the world and only shape remains. Rows and rows of trees, dark and patient, branches heavy and low with fruit. The air smells of ripe apples and turned earth and a thread of wood smoke drifting from somewhere far off. You are not lost here. You are expected. And the further you walk into it, the slower everything around you seems to move, as though the whole orchard were breathing along with you, in and out, and in again. At the far end of the long rows stands a low stone cottage. One small window holds a lamp, warm and amber, the only bright thing for miles in any direction. This is where the keeper lives. He has tended these trees longer than anyone in the valley can remember, and the little village down the hill has its own name for him, the man who is never in a hurry. You can see him now, only an outline against that glowing window. A tall, gentle stoop, a heavy wool coat the color of wet bark. He lifts a lantern from a hook by the door and carries it out into the dark, and its warm glow swings low across the grass ahead of him. Every single evening he walks the orchard once, not to work and not to gather, but simply to look, to count nothing, to fix nothing, just to see which apples have ripened through the day and which ones have finally let go. He learned across many long and quiet years that an orchard cannot ever be rushed, and slowly without noticing, so did he. Watch how he moves between the trees. Each step is unhurried and deliberate, the easy pace of a man who made his peace with time a long while ago. The lantern light finds the apples one by one as he passes, deep red, dusted gold, a few still green at the shoulder. He reaches up now and then to steady a low branch, to feel the weight of a single fruit resting in his open palm without ever pulling at it. If it is ready, he knows it will come away into his hand on its own. If it is not, he simply lets it be and moves on. There is no basket on his arm tonight. Some evenings he gathers nothing at all and walks home empty-handed and content. He says the trees give what they will when they are ready, and that taking the fruit too early only bruises the apple and the man both. So he waits. The whole orchard, over the years, has patiently taught him how to wait. And in that waiting, something strange and lovely happens to the falling. He stops at last beneath the oldest tree in the whole orchard. Its trunk is wide as a doorway, its bark grooved deep as a dry riverbed. He sets the lantern carefully down in the grass at his feet and then he simply stands there, still. High above him, up in the dark tangle of branches, a single apple has quietly loosened its hold. You can feel it about to fall the very way you can feel sleep about to come, soft, certain, and completely unforced. The keeper does not reach up for it. He does not step out of its way. He only tilts his head slowly back and watches. And here on the orchard path where the apples fall slowly, the fruit finally begins to come down, not dropping, drifting, turning gently over and over in the lantern light. Red going to gold and back to red again, taking its slow, sweet, unhurried time, as if the whole night had every hour in the world to spend and had chosen to spend them all right here. So why does the apple fall so slowly? Here is the gentle answer those sleep researchers finally found. When you dream, your mind quietly lets go of gravity. Not the idea of it, the arithmetic of it. All day long, awake, your brain is always secretly calculating how fast, how hard, how much this will hurt if it lands. It has to do this. Out there, in the waking world, consequences are real and heavy. But here, in the orchard of the dreaming mind, there are no consequences left to measure. Nothing here will break. No one here will be hurt. So the mind sets down its old, tired habit of counting, and without all that counting, the falling has no reason left to hurry. What remains is only the watching, only the slow red turn of the fruit through the amber light. The apple falls slowly because, for once, your mind has nothing at all to fear from the landing. And neither tonight do you. The keeper understood all of this long before any researcher ever named it. He would tell you, if you thought to ask him, that most of a whole life gets spent bracing for landings that simply never come, worrying over which apple will fall, and exactly when, and whether it will bruise on the way down. But an apple's falling was never his to control in the first place. Only his watching of it ever was. The old Stoic teacher Epictetus said it as plainly as anyone ever has. Nearly 2,000 years ago, some things are within our power and some things are not. And all real peace begins with knowing the difference between the two. The keeper cannot choose the moment the fruit lets go of the branch. He can only choose to stand still beneath it and see it safely come. So he does not grasp. He does not flinch. He lets the orchard do the quiet work that orchards do, and he keeps his eyes soft and open and unafraid. And in that open, unhurried watching, the entire night slows down to the pace of a single falling apple. The apple reaches his open hand at last, settling into his palm the way a leaf settles onto still water. He turns it once, slowly, feeling the cool, smooth skin, the small, honest give of a fruit that is exactly ripe. He does not eat it. He does not slip it into a pocket. Instead, he kneels and sets it down, carefully in the deep grass at the foot of the old tree, where the patient soil will take it back and in its own good time, make more trees from it. Nothing wasted, nothing hurried. He gathers up the lantern again, and its warm light rises with him. And all down the long, dark rows, other apples are quietly letting go too. One here, one there, each of them drifting through the night at that same impossible slowness, filling the whole orchard with a soft and silent falling. Like snow that never quite reaches the ground. Like the last small thoughts of the day, loosening their grip one by one and drifting gently down into somewhere warm. Now the orchard slowly begins to dim. The keeper turns and walks back toward the cottage, and behind him the trees fold themselves into a deeper and deeper blue. The blue hour is ending. The true dark of the night comes down like a heavy wool blanket, drawn slowly up to the chin. One by one, all the small sounds of the evening settle in quiet. The creak of a cooling branch, the last drowsy bird shifting on its perch, the far-off river, lowering its voice to almost nothing. And you feel your own breathing grow longer now and slower, unconsciously matching the pace of the man and the lantern moving softly away across the grass. There is nothing left for you to carry into this dark. The whole day you lived is already behind you, already falling slowly through the night, already softening into the deep soil of sleep. You do not have to catch any of it. You only have to let it all come down at its own gentle speed, exactly the way the keeper lets the apples come. At the cottage door, the keeper pauses and looks back once across the whole orchard. All those trees, all those long years, all those thousands upon thousands of apples that have loosened and fallen and become soil and risen up again as fruit. He has watched more falling than any man alive, and not once has it ever frightened him, because he learned the orchard's oldest lesson early: everything ripens and everything lets go, and none of the letting go was ever truly his to hold on to. The season turns without his permission. The fruit turns. The night itself turns slowly toward the morning without needing any help from him at all. He does not mourn the apples already fallen. He does not clutch at the ones still hanging in the dark. He simply lets the whole slow wheel of it turn exactly as it turns. And that quiet, easy letting go, more than any full basket or good harvest, is what has kept him so gentle through all these long and falling years. Inside the cottage now, the keeper lowers the wick of the lamp. The amber light shrinks slowly to a small warm coal, then to a thin orange thread, and then to nothing at all. The little window goes dark and quiet. Outside, the orchard keeps right on falling in the blackness, apple after apple drifting soundless down to the grass, slow as ever, though no one at all is left awake to see it. And that is perfectly fine. The falling never needed to be watched to be gentle. Your own breathing has gone deep now, and slow, and even. The path beneath you has grown soft as moss. The trees have blurred into vague dark shapes, and the shapes into warmth, and the warmth into the simple weight of the blanket resting over you. You are barely even on the path anymore. You are mostly already somewhere much further in, somewhere without any edges, where the very last apple of the day is still, even now, taking its slow and sweet and endless time to fall. You do not need to follow the story any further now. Let it drift the way the apples drift. If the orchard begins to fade, let it fade. If the keeper's lantern quietly winks out, just let it go dark. There is nothing left to hold, nothing left to count, nothing left to watch land anywhere. Everything here falls slowly, and nothing that falls slowly ever hits hard. Let the very sound of these words loosen from their meaning, the way a ripe apple loosens from its branch, and simply drift downward, turning slowly over, down into the warm and boundless dark. You are allowed to stop listening now. You are allowed to let the whole long day come down at last, slower and slower and slower still. Down through the last of the golden light, down and down into sleep. The lamp is out, the orchard holds you, and every apple falls slowly now, all the way down into the soft dark. Good night.